Hawaii's music community is in mourning tonight with the passing of Ben Kaili. Family and friends say he died Monday afternoon after performing at the Hilo airport, which he did regularly. Kaili grew up in Keaukaha before becoming a successful recording artist and composer, which led to several Na Hoku Hanohano Award nominations. Kaili was a longtime organizer at the Hilo Hawaiian Music Festival and a staple at the annual Waimanalo Kanikapila.